Good evening, everyone.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening. So, what did we do yesterday?
Writing task 2.
Writing task 2. Wonderful. So, we'll continue with writing task 2. Any questions? So, did I give you a question to solve?
Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Yes, sir. You actually asked us to complete the answer of this question.
Yes. So, before we discuss this one, let's look at another question. Are you ready? All right. Please read this question. Yes, Purva, can you read the question? Yes, when I ask you, you need to do it within seconds. Where's Purva? Yes, Purva, go ahead. Harmanjit Kaur, can you read the question?
So, writing task 2, you should spend about 40 minutes on this task. Write about the following topic. At the present time, the populations of some countries include a relatively large number of young adults compared with the number of older people. Do the advantages of these situations outweigh the disadvantages? Give reasons.
Outweigh. Outweigh.
Do the advantages of these situations outweigh the disadvantages? Give
Correct.
reasons for your answer and include any relevant examples from your own knowledge or experience. Write at least 250 words.
Yeah, actually, we are going to write 300 words, right?
Yes.
All right. So, which type of question is this? Is it discuss both the views? Is it agree or disagree? Is it advantages or disadvantages?
Second type, sir. Advantages or disadvantages, whether it's advantage
Opinionated,
or
sir.
shadow.
Yeah, it is advantages or disadvantages. Correct. So at present time, the population of some countries includes a relatively large number of young adults compared with the number of older people. Do the advantages of this situation outweigh the disadvantages? Yes. So which countries have this situation? Are all the countries, is US having the same situation? Is Japan having this situation where the young adults are more than
In Japan, older peoples are more than young adults.
correct? In Japan, it's the other way around. There are no young people as far as the population is concerned. That's why they are allowing Indians to settle. In Japan, it's all an aging population. Same with US, same with UK. Only two countries who have a good number of young generation is India, China. Have you understood? And a few other nations. So, is it advantageous to have a young population? What do you think? Is India prospering? Yes or no? Is there a growth in GDP of India? Yes, there is.
Yes.
And how much is the responsibility of the young people towards this growth? Now make a T diagram. Okay, I taught you yesterday T diagram. On the left side, write young adults. Having young adults in is a positive sign. Having young adults is advantageous. So having large number of young adults is advantageous. On the right side, write having large number of young adults is disadvantaged. And then try to fill up the number. Just take some time and decide the strategy. Okay. everyone. Yes, I want you to write using all the information that I've given you. Okay. So remember my advice to you regarding the 4 important points that you must have. All right. What are the 4 important points? Anyone? The first important point is opening sentence. Second important point is paraphrase the question. Third important point is express your one-sided opinion. And fourth important point, express your thesis statement. So let's start with introduction. I will give you 10 minutes to write a good introduction for this uh, writing task 2, and you must include an opening sentence, paraphrase the question, give your one-sided opinion, and give your thesis statement. Yes, please do that first. Write the introduction to this essay. The first sentence should be opening sentence. The second sentence should be paraphrase the question. Third sentence should be give your one-sided opinion. Fourth sentence should be give the thesis statement. Yes, please go ahead and do that. Yes, how will you start? Can anybody give me the first opening sentence?
In the present growing era, the growth of the country depends mainly on the population of the country.
Very good. Who said that? Yeah, Karthik. Yes. Or you can say at present, several nations across the world are experiencing a demographic structure. That's what Karthik said. Is that right? At present, several nations across the world are experiencing a demographic structure in which young adults significantly outnumber old citizens. This should be your first sentence. Again, I will repeat. At present, several nations across the world are experiencing a demographic structure in which young adults significantly outnumber older citizens. This should be your opening sentence. So, can you please write, everyone? At present, are you writing, everyone?
Yes, sir.
At present, comma, several nations across the world or across the globe. At present, several nations across the world are experiencing a demographic structure. At present, several nations across the world are experiencing a demographic structure, DEMOGRAPHIC structure, in which young adults, what do the young adults do? Anyone? In which the young adults significantly outnumber, means they are more than the older citizens, full stop. This is called as demographic change. There's a name for this phenomenon. Please write. This phenomenon, PHENOMENON. What is a phenomenon? Anyone? Something that you observe to be predominant. What is phenomenon? Something that you observed which is predominant. Again, what have you written? You wrote that at present, several nations across the world are experiencing a demographic structure in which young adults significantly outnumber older citizens. Has everybody written this?
Yes, sir.
Please write it down. This will help you. This phenomenon, PHENOMENON, this phenomenon, comma, often described as a double quote, double quote. What is it described as? Youth bulge. What is this name of this phenomena? YOUTH, youth. Next word is bulge, BULGE. This phenomenon, often described as a youth bulge, is particularly evident in parts of Asia, Africa, and Latin America. Remember, I told you it is visually confirmed in India and China, right? So this phenomenon, often described as a youth bulge, is particularly evident in parts of Asia, Africa, and Latin America. Let me know if you have written this.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes?
Sir, can I leave this meeting? I have to go outside.
Yes, sure, Nachiket. Do watch the recording, okay?
Yes, sir.
At present, several nations across the world are experiencing a demographic structure in which young adults significantly outnumber older citizens. First sentence, introductory sentence. This phenomenon, often described as a youth bulge, youth bulge, comma, is particularly evident in parts of Asia, all right, and Africa and Latin America. So youth bulge is particularly evident in parts of Asia, Africa and Latin America. Full stop. Have you written this much, everyone?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
While such a population, WHILE, while such a population distribution, while WHILE, such a population distribution poses certain challenges, while such a population distribution poses certain challenges, comma, while such a population distribution poses certain challenges, comma, I firmly believe that the advantages far outweigh the disadvantages. I firmly believe that I firmly believe that the advantages far outweigh the disadvantages, comma, I firmly believe that the advantages far outweigh the disadvantages, comma, provided that provided that governments implement prudent social and economic policies. I firmly believe that the advantages far outweigh the disadvantages, comma, provided that governments implement prudent social and economic policies. Yes, what have you written, everyone? At present, several nations across the world are experiencing a demographic structure in which young adults significantly outnumber older citizens. Next line you have written, this phenomenon, comma, often described as a double quote, youth bulge double quote, comma, actually the comma has to be inside the end quote. Remember, I taught you always put the punctuation inside the end quote. So, quote, youth bulge, comma, end quote. is particularly evident in parts of Asia, Africa, and Latin America. Full stop. While such a population distribution poses certain challenges, while such a population distribution poses certain challenges, I firmly believe that the advantages far, far outweigh the disadvantages, provided that governments, provided that governments implement prudent, PRUDENT, social and economic policies. Full stop. How many of you have written this? Anybody who has not written? Any questions, anyone?
No, sir.
Next line. One of the most compelling advantages of a youthful population one of the most compelling, COMPELLING, one of the most compelling advantages of a youth population, one of the most compelling, COMPELLING, advantages of a youthful population lies in its potential, lies in its potential to drive economic growth. One of the most compelling advantages of a youthful population lies in its potential to drive economic growth and innovation. One of the most compelling advantages of a youthful population lies in its potential to drive economic growth and innovation. Full stop. Next line. Young adults constitute the backbone of the workforce. What about young? Young adults constitute young adults constitute the backbone, BACKBONE. Young adults constitute the backbone of the workforce, they are generally more adaptable, who? The young adults. The young adults constitute the backbone of the workforce, they are generally more adaptable, technologically proficient. technology. Technologically proficient. proficient, comma, and receptive to new ideas. receptive, receptive to new ideas. Full stop.
So, no.
Yes,
Sir, can you please repeat after adaptable?
yes. One of the most compelling advantages of a youthful population lies in its potential to drive economic growth and innovation. Have you written up to here, everyone?
Sir.
Has everybody written up to innovation?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Next line. Young adults constitute the backbone of the workforce. Isn't that right? Are you not the backbone of our nation, everyone? Yeah, Aishwarya, Andy, Dale, Ashish, Harmanjit Kaur, Harshaja, Agnihotri. Who are you? You are the backbone of our country. So, young adults constitute the backbone of the workforce, comma, they are generally more adaptable, comma, they are generally more adaptable, comma, technologically proficient. What are you guys? You are generally more adaptable, comma, you also are technologically, technologically, you are technologically proficient, proficient, comma, and receptive to new ideas. You don't say that we don't want to do it. That's something new. So what are you? You are receptive, receptive to new ideas. Full stop. For instance, comma, the post World War II economic boom in the United States, for instance, comma, the post World War II economic boom. What does that mean? Post World War II economic boom means US had huge economic success after World War II. So, for instance, the post World War II economic boom in the United States was fueled, fueled, was fueled by a young and expanding workforce. Again, for instance, the post World War II economic boom in the United States was fueled, fueled, by a young and expanding workforce, comma, a demographic advantage skillfully harnessed. World War II economic boom in United States was fueled by a young and expanding workforce, comma. Have you everybody written up to workforce?
Yes, sir. Yes.
A
Sir, is this
demo
the sorry, sir.
Yes,
So this we have started with the body part, right? So the first part.
yes, that's I will tell you.
Yes, sir.
For instance, the World War II economic boom in United States was fueled by a young and expanding workforce. Have you written up to here?
Yes, sir.
Comma, a demographic advantage skillfully harnessed, a demographic advantage skillfully, skillfully, harnessed, harnessed, by leaders such as a demographic advantage skillfully harnessed by leaders such as President Franklin Delano Roosevelt, President Franklin, Franklin, Delano Roosevelt, Roosevelt, who was Franklin Delano Roosevelt. He was called the Iron Man of US. He was the president during World War II, wasn't he? Franklin Delano Roosevelt, through employment programs and industrial expansion. Again, I'll repeat. For instance, the post-World War II economic boom in United States was fueled by a young and expanding workforce, comma, a demographic advantage, skillfully harnessed, skillfully, harnessed, harnessed, by leaders such as President Franklin Delano Roosevelt, Roosevelt, through, how did he do it? Through employment programs, and industrial expansion. How did Franklin do it? Through employment programs and industrial expansion. Full stop. Similarly, is everybody with me?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
For instance, comma, the post-World War II economic boom in the United States was fueled by a young and expanding workforce, comma, a demographic advantage skillfully harnessed by leaders, a demographic advantage skillfully, skillfully, harnessed, harnessed, by leaders such as President Franklin Delano Roosevelt, Roosevelt, through employment programs, through employment programs and industrial expansion, full stop. How did it do it? So, boom in the United States was fueled by a young and expanding workforce, comma, a demographic advantage skillfully harnessed by leaders such as President Franklin Delano Roosevelt through employment programs and industrial expansion. Full stop. Similarly, comma, in the contemporary era, similarly, comma, in the contemporary, contemporary, in the contemporary era, ERA, comma, countries with a large young population, similarly, in the contemporary era, countries with a large young population have become hubs of entrepreneurship. countries with a large young population, what has happened? They have become the hubs, HUBS, of entrepreneurship, ENTREPRENURSHIP. Again, ENTREPRENEURSHIP. Entrepreneurship. Yeah, entrepreneurship and digital innovation. Digital innovation. INNOVATION, comma, and digital innovation, comma, contributing to global competitiveness and economic resilience. Similarly, comma, in the contemporary era, comma, countries with a large young population, have become hubs, HUBS, have become hubs of entrepreneurship, ENTREPRENEURSHIP, entrepreneurship and digital innovation, DIGITAL, digital innovation, INNOVATION, comma, innovation, comma, contributing to global competitiveness, contributing, CONTRIBUTING, to global, GLOBAL, competitiveness, COMPETITIVENESS. There are two TIs. COMPETITIVENESS. Competitiveness and economic. ECONOMIC, economic resilience, RESILIENCE, resilience. Full stop. Have you understood till here?
So this is the first 40 paragraph, right, sir?
Yeah, just a moment.
Yes.
Yeah, now write. This you have written up to economic resilience, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So, in this essay, at present, several nations across the world are experiencing a demographic structure in which young adults significantly outnumber old citizens. This phenomena, often described as a youth bulge, is particularly evident in parts of Asia, Africa, Latin America. Got it? This is actually paraphrasing the question. Got it? So, paraphrase started from at present, several nations across the world are experiencing a demographic structure in which young adults significantly outnumber older citizens. This phenomena, often described as a youth bulge, is particularly evident in parts of Asia, Africa, and Latin America. Then you have written, while such a population distribution poses certain challenges, I firmly believe that the advantages far outweigh the disadvantages, provided that governments implement prudent social and economic policies. Right? This is opinion. Did you get it?
Yes, sir.
Now, after this, please write after policies. You have written one of the most compelling and advantages of a youthful population lies in the potential to drive economic growth and innovation. Young adults constitute the backbone of the workforce. They are generally more adaptable, technologically proficient, and receptive to new ideas. Right? For instance, the post-World War II economic boom in US was fueled by a young, expanding workforce, a demographic advantage skillfully harnessed by leaders such as President Franklin Delano Roosevelt through employment programs and industrial expansion. Similarly, in the contemporary era, countries with a large young population have become hubs of entrepreneurship and digital innovation, contributing to global competitiveness and economic resilience. This is your first paragraph. Got it? Now, only one thing you need to do is add the thesis statement. Where will you add? After I firmly believe that advantages far outweigh the disadvantages, provided that governments implement prudent social and economic policies. After that, after policies, please write, everyone. After policies, you must write. Have you understood where you have to write? Put a
Yes, sir.
star there after policies and then write the thesis statement. Can you write the thesis statement here after policies? Have you understood, everyone, where you have to write it? The last line of the introduction is I firmly believe that the advantages far outweigh the disadvantages, provided that government implement prudent social and economic policies. Have you found it? Everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So after policies, you have to write after policies and before one of the most compelling advantages. After policies, put a star and write thesis statement. This essay argues that, yes, please write. This essay argues that, this essay argues that, comma, this essay argues that, comma, despite certain challenges, this essay argues that, comma, despite certain challenges, comma, despite certain challenges, comma, the advantages of such a youthful demographic structure, the advantages of such a youthful demographic DEMOGRAPHIC structure, the advantages of such a youthful demographic structure decisively, DECISIVELY, decisively means what? For sure. DECISIVELY, decisively outweigh the disadvantages. OUTWEIGH, outweigh the disadvantages. Again, this essay argues that despite certain challenges, the advantages of such a youthful demographic structure decisively outweigh the disadvantages. This is thesis statement. Have you understood, everyone?
Thesis statement is also taken direct, almost from the question, right, sir?
Thesis statement is also part of the introduction. It is the last part of the introduction. Got it?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Just a moment. After thesis statement, where have you put the thesis statement? After policies. After thesis statement, the paragraph starting, one of the most compelling advantages of youthful population lies in the potential to drive economic growth and innovation. This is starting body 1. Young adults constitute the backbone of the workforce. They are generally more adaptable, technologically proficient, and receptive to new ideas. For example, the post-World War II economic boom in United States was fueled by a young and expanding workforce, a demographic advantage skillfully harnessed by leaders such as President FDR, Franklin Delano Roosevelt, through employment programs and industrial expansion. Full stop. Similarly, in contemporary era countries with a large young population have become hubs of entrepreneurship and digital innovation, right? Contributing to global competitiveness and economic resilience. This is up to here, body 1. Yes, have you written, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now write the second paragraph. Write the second paragraph. Moreover, you're writing the now the third paragraph, right? First paragraph
Second.
first paragraph ended with the thesis statement, isn't it? Second paragraph is starting with one of the most compelling advantages. Second paragraph is ending with the word economic resilience. Now, third paragraph. Any questions, anyone?
So, second paragraph of the body, right, sir? Like,
Yes. Second
yes.
paragraph is the first paragraph of the body.
Okay.
First, you wrote introduction.
Yes, sir.
Introduction started with at present several nations across the world and ended with thesis statement.
Statement.
That
Yes.
is Advantages of such a useful demographic structure decisively outweigh the disadvantages.
Yes.
This is first paragraph. Second paragraph starts with the word, one of the most compelling advantages of a youthful population lies in its potential to drive economic growth and innovation. This is the starting of second paragraph, means body one. Here it is second paragraph means what? Body one.
Yes.
And it ends with the word economic resilience. Then we start with the third paragraph, which is known as body two,
Sir.
and write it. Body two. Moreover, comma, a younger population strengthens national defense. Moreover, Moreover, comma, a younger population, Younger. Moreover, a younger population strengthens, Strengthens, strengthens national defense. Is that right? We spoke about it. If you have young population, you have strong national defense. So, moreover, a younger population strengthens national defense, comma, social dynamism, SOCIAL social dynamism, comma, and political participation. Social dynamism, comma, political participation. Full stop. History demonstrates, you have to write fast. History demonstrates that transformative movements, history demonstrates that transformative, transformative movements, dash, such as the Renaissance in Europe. See, I had given this example to you yesterday. I've used it again. Such as the Renaissance, 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 such as the Renaissance in Europe or the civil rights movement in the United States, such as Renaissance in Europe or the civil rights movement. You know about the civil rights movement, right? You must have heard in the history. Civil rights movement in the United States, hyphen, were propelled by young thinkers, were propelled, Propelled, were propelled by young thinkers and activists who challenged entrenched norms, who challenged, Challenged, entrenched, Entrenched, norms, NORMS. So what are entrenched norms? Anyone? Old-fashioned norms, entrenched norms. So what did the youth do? The youth thinkers and activists challenged entrenched norms, Entrenched, norms, NORMS, full stop. On the international stage, on the international stage, comma, on the international stage, comma, the United Nations has repeatedly emphasized, the United States has repeatedly, repeatedly, repeatedly emphasized, EMPHASIZED. United Nations has repeatedly emphasized that youth engagement is essential. What have they emphasized? They emphasize that youth, youth, youth engagement, engagement, youth engagement is essential. Who else talked about youth engagement? Anyone? It was Steve Jobs. Remember, I told you, Steve Jobs developed the iPad so that the youth will be engaged. All right. On the international stage, the United Nations had repeatedly emphasized that youth engagement is essential for achieving youth engagement is essential, ESSENTIL, for achieving sustainable development goals. Achieving what? Achieving sustainable, SUSTAINABLE, sustainable development goals, comma, particularly in areas such as climate action, comma, education, climate, CLIMATE, action, ACTION, comma, education, comma, and technological advancements, comma, and technological, TECHNOLOGICL, technological advancement, admittedly, 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 comma, there are disadvantages associated with, admittedly, comma, there are disadvantages associated with a predominantly young population. PREDOMINANTLY, predominantly young population. Full stop. Has everybody written up to here?
Yes, sir.
So,
Yes, sir.
Next line. Within the third paragraph, right? We are doing the third paragraph. High youth employment, high, HIGH, high youth, YUTH, unemployment, UNEMPLOYMENT, comma, high youth unemployment, if left unaddressed, high youth unemployment, comma, if left, LEFT, unaddressed, means without taking care. High youth unemployment, if left unaddressed, 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 comma, can lead to social unrest, can lead to social unrest, comma, as witnessed during the Arab Spring, as witnessed, WITNESSED, during the Arab, ARAB, Spring, SPRING, Arab Spring, comma, where frustrated young citizens were frustrated, FRUSTRATED, where frustrated young citizens protested against economic stagnation, where frustrated young citizens protested, PROTESTED, against economic stagnation, STAGNATION, where frustrated young citizens protested against economic stagnation and political exclusion. And political, POLITICL, exclusion, EXCLUSION. Right conclusion. In conclusion,
Sir, is this the next paragraph?
yes, next paragraph. This is the fourth paragraph. Actually, I have written another paragraph, means there are two paragraphs, but I'm skipping one paragraph. Okay. Why? Because I want you to first be able to write introduction plus two body paragraphs plus conclusion. That's it. Total four paragraphs. Introduction, body 1, body 2, and conclusion. So if you have understood, then later on, I will dictate you the third paragraph. Okay. Now conclusion, everyone. In conclusion, comma, in conclusion, CONCLUSION, comma, although a youthful population ALTHOUGH, although a youthful population ALTHOUGH, although a youthful population YOUTHFUL, youthful population presents certain challenges, presents certain challenges, presents certain challenges, comma, its advantages, its advantages. Now put a hyphen. Its advantages, hyphen. What are the advantages? Economic vitality, economic vitality, economic vitality, ECONOMIC, VITALITY, comma, innovation, 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 comma, and social transformation, and social transformation, hyphen, and social transformation, hyphen, clearly outweigh the disadvantages. Clearly outweigh the disadvantages. Clearly outweigh the disadvantages. Full stop. Last line. With strategic governance, with strategic, STRATEGIC, governance, GOVERNANCE, with strategic governance and long-term planning, with strategic governance and long-term planning, with strategic governance and long-term planning, comma, nations can convert, nations can convert, nations can convert, CONVERT, demographic youthfulness, demographic youthfulness, DEMOGRAPHIC, demographic youthfulness, YOUTHFULNESS, demographic youthfulness into enduring prosperity and global influence, into enduring, ENDURING, prosperity, PROSPERITY, and global influence. All right. Any questions? So, why we took this effort to write it down? Because I think if you write it down, definitely you will be able to understand it part by part. So, what I want you to do now is have your dinner and read this essay again. This is one way out of 1,000 ways of writing this essay. How many ways can you write the same essay? Probably another 1,000 ways. So, in order for you to get some foothold to understand what is the importance of opening sentence, paraphrase the question, express one-sided opinion, and thesis statement, this constitutes the introduction. And then what we did, we discussed the advantages of a youthful population, isn't it? Then we discussed in a different perspective the youthful population. At the end, in the conclusion, we summarized how it will affect the citizens. Any questions? So please go through this and try to improve it, okay?
So,
Yes.
how much of practice do we need to write this level of essay? Like,
Well, this
so,
level of essay, the level of essay I gave you just now, it's 9 band.
yes,
That's why
exactly.
you don't, I mean, just read it and try to understand. So you can always, make it a bit simple.
Okay,
By all the words which are used there, use a simpler synonym of the same.
okay,
So if you want, I can give that also, how to make this essay 8 band. Okay?
okay,
So that we will discuss after a few classes. Okay? So tomorrow I want to again take up listening. Did you get it? Because you have a test on your 13th class. How many classes have we done till now? I had requested you to maintain the class number. What is
Today is the
today's class?
seventh class.
Today is 7th. So on after another 5 classes, you will have your first mock test. Did you get it?
yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
After 5 classes, you will have your first mock test. So within 5 classes, we must complete listening, reading, and on the last day, we'll relax with some speaking.
Okay.
Okay?
Yes,
But the question paper will have the question paper which I'm going to give you on the 13th day of our class is on listening, reading, and writing only, no speaking. We do speaking only once during the uh, duration of your coaching. Why? Because speaking takes a lot of time. Every student I have to give 15 minutes. So almost 3 to 4 classes will be used only for speaking. Did you get it? Any questions? So rewrite what we just wrote in your own words, okay?
okay, sir.
Sir,
All
what
right.
about the examples?
Yes, the examples which are used, I had already told you, you should be used to writing examples from uh, good American presidents and their lives, Renaissance, World War II, and so on.
Right.
Any
Sir,
important world event. Did you get it?
Sir, as you were in America, you know a little bit of uh, something there. But what about us?
So I'm giving you this. This just memorize 7 or 8 such events. See, I have put the events at one place. I told you about Renaissance. I told you about pandemic, isn't it? That is also something very recent. Then I told you about the situations around the world, isn't it?
Yes,
The
sir.
Azerbaijan war, now the Ukraine war. Got it? And what else? The melting of the polar ice caps. Next. What is next? Next is you can also talk about ocean thermal energy conversions. You know, when you are in the deep ocean and you come up or go down, this can actually manufacture electricity. That is called ocean thermal energy conversions. And what else? New topic. Anyone? Yes. Nanotechnology. How we forget that? You can add a bit of nanotechnology to everything and then weigh it properly. Any questions? All right, everyone. Since purposely I gave you a band 9-1, so you can tone it down and write your band 8.5 or band 8 essay. All right? So thank you and good night, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank you,
sir.
sir. Good night.
Thank
Thank
you.
you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, thank you. Is Suvidi there today?
Thank you. Good night.
Good night.